नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है करम योगी दिवाकर बोथरा। मैं आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं अपने सीरीज सोशियोलॉजी इन 10 मिनट्स में। आज पेपर 1 चैप्टर 4 थिंकर्स जीएच मीट एक 10 मिनट्स में पूरा जीएच मीट देखेंगे एंड विद दिस विल कंप्लीट द सीरीज टिल द थिंकर्स चैप्टर। एंड आई पर्सनली थिंक इट्स अ क्वाइट गुड अचीवमेंट जहां पे हमने हर एक सब टॉपिक को 10 मिनट्स के अंदर एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड मैनर के अंदर समझा है, पढ़ा है और सीखा है। आज का एपिसोड है 38 जीएच मीट और चैप्टर 4 पेपर 1। जीएच मीट, as you know, is completely a different scholar when we compare to the other scholars prior to GH Mead, like R.K. Merton, Talcott Parsons, Max Weber, Emile Durkheim, and Karl Marx. Why? Because Mead has shifted the focus of sociological studies from structure part to the individual interactions. Although the Weber also largely recognized the importance of interactions, but however, within that interaction, his focus was more on understanding the larger level interactions, group based, society level पे एक general theory of interactions थी, जहां पे इस वेबर ने ज्यादा फोकस स्ट्रक्चर पे किया और बहुत कम एस्पेक्ट्स मोटिव पे फोकस किया as far as the individuals are concerned. वेबर बोलते हैं motive plays an important role in a social actions, but in all of his theory, he did not specifically talk about the motives which are largely present. He advocated that the motives largely gets determined on the basis of the social aspects or the social structures present in society. Mead, on the other hand, takes sociology to that real micro level. So the Alfred Skudds clearly advocated that Weberian theory is an important departure because Weber, although did not truly lead to the development of non-positivist philosophies or school, but his theory did certainly act as a base for the later non-positivists to develop their theories on the basis of individual interactions. When you study G.H. Mead, there are two important things which you should know. One, what is his understanding of society and what is his understanding of mind, because most of the time whenever the name GH Mead, जॉर्ज हर्बर्ट मीड आता है पेपर के अंदर, हमको लगने लगता है ये डर्कहाइम के ऑपोजिट चल रहे हैं, या फिर एक there is a misconception as far as this theory is concerned, because most of the organizations do not even detailedly teach. They teach you symbolic interactionist. Symbolic interactionist is given by CH Cooley, GH Mead and others as well. तो प्लीज ब्लूमर एंड अदर्स यहाँ पे मीड को पढ़ेंगे, इंटरैक्शनिस्ट नहीं पढ़ना है हमें। तो अब इसकी थियरी पे जाए तो सबसे पहले जीएच मीड ऑन सोसाइटी देखते हैं। जीएच मीड ऑन सोसाइटी पे नॉर्मली इट इज बिलीव्ड, एक मिसकंसेप्शन है, a common sensical understanding has developed among the students that GH Mead is a negation of Emile Durkheim. When Durkheim gives importance to society, GH Mead gives importance to individual. No doubt, certainly the importance is given to these respective things, but GH Mead का सबसे बड़ा इंस्पिरेशन था Emile Durkheim. He starts where Emile Durkheim stops. For example, अगर हम डार्विन को देखें तो उन्होंने बोला कि कैसे सिंपल सोसाइटी कॉम्प्लेक्स बनती जाएगी ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, बट दिस इवोल्यूशन दैट इज फ्रॉम सिंपल टू कॉम्प्लेक्स सोसाइटी इज बेस्ड अपॉन द बायोलॉजिकल फीचर्स व्हिच ही हाइलाइटेड। सिमिलरली डर्कहाइम भी कुछ ऐसा ही बोलता है कि ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम सोसाइटी गोज फ्रॉम होमोजीनियस टू हेट्रोजीनियस विद द रेस्पेक्टिव इंक्रीज इन मटेरियल डेंसिटी एंड मॉरल डेंसिटी शोन इन हिज थियरी ऑफ डिविजन ऑफ लेबर। तो यहां पे भी एक evolution की बात है, and in this evolution he gives primary importance to society over individuals. George Herbert Mead gets inspired from both of this. He accepts that yes, society evolves from simplicity to complex. Society becomes more and more complex over a period of time, but this complexity should be understood on the basis of the interactional patterns, not on the basis of biological features or structural aspects. Similarly, he is also borrowing from Durkheim that yes, society comes prior to individual, but however, the individual is not born in a complex society. Individual क्रिएट्स द कॉम्प्लेक्स सोसाइटी। तो सोसाइटी इनिशियली सिंपल थी, लेकिन इंडिविजुअल इंटरेक्शंस ने उसे कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाया वहां पे जाके। जो डर्कहाइम की थियरी में भी अगर आप जाके देखते हो तो आपको दिखाई देता है कि कैसे मॉरल डेंसिटी विच रेफर्स टू इंटरेक्शंस चेंजेस व्हेन द सोसाइटी गोज फ्रॉम मैकेनिकल सॉलिडारिटी टू ऑर्गेनिक सॉलिडारिटी। तो दिस इज द एसेंस ऑफ जीएच मीड एज फार एज हिज अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ सोसाइटी इज कंसर्न्ड, वेयर ही एडवोकेट्स complexity is the result of human behavior, therefore the focus of sociology should be in understanding those interactional patterns rather than goddamn understanding the structural aspects present in society. As individual is born in society, but he determines he takes the society from simple to complex nature, homogeneous to heterogeneous nature, or for that matter, mechanical to organic solidarity. Coming into the GH Meet, 9th of May is the time when we start our batch 2, and div live is the quote. The fees has been shown to you. GH Mead on mind bole to Hegel was the inspiration for GH Mead as far as his understanding of mind is concerned. Hegel ने बोला था कि how the dialectics present at the level of minds largely ideas largely leads to change in societies, which was later contradicted by Karl Marx, but we are not concerned with Marx as far as Mead is concerned. अब GH Mead बोलते हैं there are two types of self. One is reflexive self, other is non-reflexive self. Non-reflexive self is only found among animals, and the reflexive self is largely found among humans. Human self, according to GH Mead, is always, 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 always reflexive. Why human self is always reflexive? Because Mead opines that the human carries mind, and because of this mind they can largely calculate, they can take an actions, they can largely interpolate their actions, and they can determine what action should be taken and what should be avoided. So since human carries mind, inspiration from Hegel, the human self remains reflexive. अब this reflexive self is also the result of the very what you call as socialization which is taking place. We often see that how the socialization takes place at several stages highlighted by GH Mead: play stage and game stage. Yes, socialization largely helps you to inculcate the values of society, but since human is having that mind would largely help them to collaborate, largely coordinate on the basis of what socialization they have received and what should be their pattern of behavior. For example, प्ले स्टेज और गेम स्टेज के लेवल्स पे सोशलाइजेशन में जीएच मीड बोलते हैं कि सोशल वैल्यूज आर इनकलकेटेड इनटू योर माइंड व्हिच क्रिएट्स योर मी. But your mind also has I part of it, and that I part and me part largely interacts with each other, and this interactions largely leads to the creation of social reality. So this society has given you a gender identity, whether you are male or female, but however many times our behaviors are contradictory to the gender which we largely are born with. This shows that your I is also present, where you may largely behave in a different manner when compared to the gender which have been largely your biological aspect. Or this socialization, since it inculcates the values of the society into your mind, there is a proper order which is maintained because you largely interact in a predetermined fashion there. तो अगर मैं आपको कप बोलूंगा तो आपके दिमाग में कप की ही इमेज आएगी, because you have been socialized in such a manner that you have been taught what exactly is cup and how exactly it looks like. Then GH Mead says that the mind is made up of two parts, I and me. I is something which is the creative aspect, where the person largely takes action on the basis of his individual will. Me, on the other hand, is largely the result of the interaction process at the level of play stage and game stage, where person takes action on the basis of taking into account his status, the expectations of others, and there is a constant interactions between I and me. Here, GH Mead clearly is against id, ego and superego theory, where Mead advocates there is always an action which is either determined on the basis of I, either determined on the basis of me. GH Mead advocates the persons in which the I dominates, those people largely bring changes in societies, and if the me is dominant, we largely see that how it helps us to accept the existing order, way of things, and does not we hesitate to bring order. तो अगर मैं यूरोपियन मॉडर्निटी में जाऊं तो conservatives were dominated by me and the radicals were dominated by I, and there is a constant interaction, and Mead clearly says one would never be clear about the I present in him. He only remembers I in the historical past, historical events. आपको कभी भी अंदाजा नहीं होगा कि आपका I कितना स्ट्रांग है, वो होने के बाद पता चलता है कि I कितना स्ट्रांग है. तो यहां तक था पूरा का पूरा मीड डिवाइड किया हुआ. मीड मेरे हिसाब से लगता है कि वन ऑफ द डिफिकल्ट स्कॉलर इसलिए हो सकता है जो आप नहीं मानते हो, बिकॉज आप इंटरेक्शनिस्ट लिखते हो और आंसर में आता है नील बट्टे सन्नाटा, नथिंग, 20 में से 0 देता है एग्जामिनर आपको. क्यों पूछा? मीड लिख रहे हो इंटरेक्शनिस्ट. What's this यार? Change the way you study. I'm serious on this aspect. जो पूछ रहा है उसको लिखो, बिकॉज जो नहीं पूछ रहा उसमें कितना भी ज्ञान दे दो आप उसे, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू मैटर एट ऑल. अब पूरे सिनॉप्टिकली बताता हूं कि मीड का कनेक्शन क्या है. अब ऐसे चलता है मीड का थियरी. सेल्फ इज रिफ्लेक्सिव बिकॉज सेल्फ इज हैविंग माइंड, इट कैरीज माइंड, एंड दिस माइंड इज मेड अप ऑफ टू पार्ट्स, आई एंड मी, हेगल वाला पार्ट. उसके बाद I and me negotiates with each other. This negotiate is the result of socialization process at the play stage and at the game stage. And because of this, your pattern of interactions largely get determined and the order get established in society. Your mind also helps you to largely to take make the interactions possible. But in order to interaction to happen, you need to have certain communications. Those are language and gestures. And this language and gestures के symbol जो है varies from interaction to interactions, and the mind tries to interpret those meanings on the basis of interactions which are taking place. And on this basis, we see that the interactions are made possible and the social reality is created. अब पूरी theory में मीड का देखो, इधर भी I and me का interaction, इधर भी interaction, और इधर भी interaction. So Mead clearly says the focus of sociology should be on interactions. Therefore, the social scientists should largely study the process of interactions in order to largely understand the social reality. Because while understanding the interactions, you understand the individuals, you also understand the socialization patterns present, and you can largely create a relationship between both, whether an action is taken on the basis of individual dominations or the basis of social cultural aspect which are dominating in that behavior.